Hello, Voltrot! Such a sight to behold. Welcome, welcome. Our special guest for today is stuck in traffic. And no, that's not her name. Her name is not stuck in traffic. Her name is Ginny Beats. From last week. And we are continuing to raise some funds for Tankmas. Oh, Ginny is a wonderful, wonderful little bean from the US. She's from New Jersey, and she is the beloved from Hunt the Hound. One of the people that I run a YouTube channel on Telegram with. And, well, they're just very, very lovely people in general. And Ginny also was once featured on Digging Up Positivity, and she is overall such a wholesome little bean. And her artwork is so incredibly cute. Currently it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the US, so it's midday. There is this little fun, how you say it in English? Little knick-knack, ezelsbruggetje. How I remember the time. It is that in the US, it is reversing in time. And towards the east, like in Japan, it is the future. Giant mech warriors and advanced technology and things like that. That's always how I remember which direction goes ahead and which direction goes the other way. Also, I just checked. We passed the 700 followers on Twitch. That's a little huzzah. Thank you kindly, Voltrot. Also, December is in full swing, and my gosh, it is busy right now. Hello, Axel the Yellow Wolf. Well, this weekend I went to Belgium, to the lovely city of Hasselt, where we had a little charity drive for the warmest of weeks, which is a lovely charity for a whole bunch of charity goals that are all having one team in mind: to battle loneliness in the current society. Evolver, hello! Evolver says, have a good stream, and I say thank you! I hope you can stay a while. If not, by all means, stay awesome and be good to your family. Svex the Mischievous Fox says, Hey, evening everybody! Sux and Luna says hi, and we say hello back! I'm currently waiting for my guest to arrive, who is currently stuck in traffic. It's a little bit, well, I might start on my own. I asked the chat in Discord to give me suggestions of what to draw, because I love an original species. And, well, it was one of the reasons why I mentioned to suggest an original species is that, well, on Dutch Comic Con I was on photo with an axolotl. And an axolotl is or an axolotl. How do you say it? Axolotl? Axolotl. The freaky little fish things, which is absolutely lovely. But I got a whole bunch of suggestions, and one stood out. Well, of course, we got a lot of warthogs and meerkats, but I wanted something more uncommon than that. And I think that I am going for a little bit of a Gosha-inspired snow owl. Because Goshas are never snow owls, and I want to have a beefy, strong snow owl. Already got some reference for that. So let's go for that. Also, I checked out owl beasts, which are absolutely wonderful. Indeed, Foldrot, thank you for being such an inspiration. And a manatee suitor. Oh yeah, it will be a little bit of a challenge though, but then again, you see dolphins. But yeah, manatees. Oh, and recently we saw a snail fursuiter. And the little house was actually a backpack. Ah, Jacquelino, you should draw a lobster. Oh, that is one thing. Yes, lobsters are pretty cool as well, especially with the large pincers and everything. But we're going for an owl beast now. Also, the mod for today will be Light Nympha. All around awesome beam, wonderful guy, and the one who's holding the sword. Let's see. Ginny is still offline. I'm going to start on my own. We might have a little bit of fuzzle about the moment when the guest in the side is on, because right now the screen is all scrambled and stuff. So, but we're going to do this just fine. Jacquelino, I start at 8 o'clock every Monday. I am not a psychic. I do not know when you are eating. And hello, Dutchie. Alright, the clock actually went to 0 and it says starting. So let's obey the clock. Here we go. Now, of course, we have to set up the plushies first. And of course, we have the magic wash bin right here. That makes sure that my tablet is actually more stable than usual. Let's knock that one off. Okay, we have one plushie here. And another one here. I don't have any rare species for plushies right here. We did have a badger, but the badger is currently at the badger. Did she ask what's going to be today? It's going to be an owl beast. Oh, yeah, we do have an otter. Oh gosh, the otter is not on this part of the house, but I do have an otter, and it's a lovely otter. It has been given to me by a long-lasting friend, and I often carry the little otter on my shoulder when I'm going to a convention. Dutchie ask owl beast? No, an owl beast. As an owl. Such a hoot, like hoo hoo. Owl beast. Alright, we got some relaxed tunes here. Jack Lino says, I'm going to give you a raccoon plushie next Comic Con for the funnies. Oh, raccoons are cute. Yes. Let's see, where is rotate canvas? Oh, come on. Delete and turn off. There we go. Time lapse. Turn on. Let's turn it on. We have the time lapse. That's good. Light Nympha asks, do you have a dragon yet, Thabo? Well, I do have a dragon plushie, but a dragon character. I did draw myself as a dragon a while back. It was really fun. Also, Lorek086 donates 10 USD. Good afternoon, Thabo. Great channel. Love the videos. Sorry, can't stay. I have this conveyor belt machine to inspect. Have fun, and I hope to catch you next time. Bye for now. Thank you very much for the donation. Much appreciated. And good luck with the conveyor belt. I mean, I hope you don't end up going in circles. Voldrot says, I have a Tiamat plushie. It also had all the heads. It's cute and terrified. Speaking of which, I saw the first episode of the Secret Level series on Amazon Prime, which features a Tiamat. And it was so wonderfully done. Also, Jack Lino says, I was at therapy today and they say I probably have autism. On which Light Nympha says, welcome to the club. I myself am a bit on the spectrum as well. Also, Lorek, good luck and the best of the best of luck with the conveyor belt. Voldrot asks, Secret Level, I don't know what it is. I will check out what it is. Secret Level is basically an anthology like Love, Death and Robots. Also by Blur Studio. And this time it's not about robot-inspired themes, but game-inspired themes. And the very first episode is about Dungeons and Dragons inspired. And it involves a Tiamat. Also Tretron, hello, hello, hello! Okay, our guest has arrived. Let's do this. Just a moment. Almost there. Sorry that I'm currently still drawing something stuck in a snowstorm. It's very, very December themed right now. Dutchy the Cat says, also, yesterday I told you about the first ever cat that walked on the earth, right? I was trying to look up the first ever meerkat that roamed the earth, but no results, unfortunately. Well, the meerkats are coming from the mongoose. Basically the suricat family. I have to dig into more of the... Oh, it's just a moment. We're trying again. One moment, please. We're currently working on getting our guest in here. General, let's see. Jenny. Ah, now it works. Hello. Yeah, you had to join another channel and I dragged you in here. How wonderfully egalitarian, me dragging you into a channel. We're blaming traffic, which is the eternal thing. If you start up your stream, we can set up the screens. Also, for the people in the chats, exclamation mark Tankmas. This is the link for our charity of tonight. Our guest is Guinea Beats. Sorry. Genie. Oh, Genie Beat. Okay. However, if you were a deer, then we would have Genie Bleats. I am drawing an owl beast. What will you be drawing? Yeah.
Real quick, because an owl beast sounds really fun. That gives me the Owl House vibes.
There we go. We got you on the guest, and we got you on 50-50. As you can see on the stream now, we're both in here. Ha!
Yay!
This is excellent. Also, Jeannie, our moderator of tonight is Light Nympha. Light Nympha is an amazing fellow. We both go back for a long time. He's one of the greatest guys I've known. Also very good while handling the moderator's sword. So that's gonna we're all in good hands.
Yay! Glad to hear it. So I think I'll take the Christmas unicorn suggestion.
Christmas unicorn. Oh, that sounds fun. Dutchies ask, why does her voice sound familiar? Well, Ginny has been featured in Digging Up Positivity before. So maybe you recognize her voice from that time. Also,
my stream stopped.
Yeah, or your streams, of course. But sorry for interrupting you. Adi,
No, you're fine.
Yeah, Adi has joined the stream. Hello, Adi. Welcome. Dutchie asked, when was that? I think a couple of months ago.
For the positivity videos?
Yes.
That was definitely in like the earlier months of the year for sure. It was like not. It was well, like 3 months after I dealt with my whole big domestic violence thing.
Yes, with when Hunt did that amazing thing and started that fundraiser for you. Yeah, which I, by the way, found passing by as I am editing the Digging Up Positivity Charity Index. Which is a lot of work, but I saw you there. Also, you piqued Evolver's interest. Ooh. Did I hear Xmas Unicorn? Yes. I think that the choice has been made.
I'll be happy to draw a little Xmas unicorn. No, okay, tell me real quick. So I have Discord on one screen and then I have Clip Studio Paint on the other screen. Does my Discord stream stop running?
No, as long as you don't minimize the window. Because I still see you drawing.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure.
Just convince Novely or Hunt to watch along, perhaps?
I mean, yeah, send me a link to the stream and I'll send it to Hunt. I'm sure he'll watch it while he's at work.
Sure. Well, it's my YouTube channel, Thabo.Meerkat. And, of course, Thabo Meerkat at Twitch.
Okay.
Reason why I'm going like this is because my keyboard, I have to grab my keyboard all the way from here, and my desk is not big enough. I'm just a mere cat, you know.
I feel that.
Just a moment. Let's go. My gosh. Let's see. If he wants Twitch, we go here. And if he wants the YouTubes, although everybody is on Twitch. There we go.
Awesome.
Tratron comes there from you need to have a mirror desk for Meerkats. Yeah, indeed. Also, Churrod Leaf, hello! How nice to see you as well on the flip side of the YouTubes. Alright. I am going to draw now, or at least make an attempt to.
I'm going so off script of how my style normally is.
But it's fun.
Yeah, I'm going off the vibe of what a Christmas unicorn would look like, I guess. And I'm seeing it similar to like the Last Unicorn kind of vibes. I think I've only seen The Last Unicorn maybe like once in my life.
I have seen The Last Unicorn way too long ago.
I feel like it's a shame that I didn't watch it sooner, because I'm so heavily invested in like animation in general, and like I don't know, like I'm glad that I watched it when I did, but I feel like I should have watched it a whole lot sooner.
What kind of animation recently is your favorite?
What animation as of recently? Okay.
Yes. Well, what are you looking forward to see in terms of animation? Because there are some very interesting animation movies coming out.
So there is a movie coming out soon. I can't remember when exactly it's coming out. I gotta look it up. I can't even remember the name very easily, to be honest. But it's this gorgeously animated movie of like a post-apocalyptic scene where our main character is this black cat. There's apparently like no talking in this movie, but all of its main characters are animals, and they, I guess, find a way to communicate somehow and survive together. And it's supposed to be this really beautiful story. Let me see if I can find it.
Initially, I thought you were talking about Wild Robot, but then it started to go about cats. But it's definitely something.
No, from what I remember of the trailer, there's supposed to be like a monkey. I think there's gonna be like a giraffe, possibly. I gotta find it.
Also, Dutchy the Cat suggests Sonic 3, which I am going to check out. One of our fellow moderators, Mavi, actually recently bought the tickets on first Christmas Day. So we're going to check out that movie then. And one of the things that I don't like is that Wild Robot will have its last week in cinemas this week. So I don't have any time to check it out after Christmas or in January.
If you want it, I have a version of it on Telegram. One of my friends, I won't say who, sent me like a pirated copy of the Wild Robot for me to watch in full on Telegram.
Of course, we're not condone piracy here, but says the person that run for the Pirate Party in Parliament twice. But I'm legally obligated to say that you're a bad person and you should never, ever, ever do that.
Listen, I didn't ask for it. It was just handed to me. Okay, so the movie that I'm talking about is called Flow, and it actually came out October 30th in France.
Ooh.
So we can, I don't know about America, but if you want, we can go and watch the trailer for it, because I am very excited for this movie.
We could check out the trailer later. Yeah. Could do a little watch part. Oh.
In the very least, let me pull up a picture of it.
Yeah, don't pull up the map. Don't dox yourself.
No. Sorry about that. I got to have two tabs pulled up.
Your address, not mine. Also, Hunt the Hound is... we guessed that Hunt the Hound is here.
Oh, it's the boyfriend.
Yay!
Yay. So yeah, this is the movie right here. Like I said, there's supposed to be no dialogue whatsoever. It is just plain old regular normal animals. They're not anthropomorphic in terms of like them talking, but they learn to survive, I guess, in this post-apocalyptic time while on a boat traveling. It looks like a very interesting and gorgeous film.
It certainly has my interest. And also, we see here that I'm also looking for Brad Pitt's Formula 1 movie, which will be coming out in June. It's a live-action movie. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Also, like Nympha watched Wild Robot and can certainly recommend it.
Dude, I I cry every time I watch it. It's beautiful. I went to go see it with my little sister in theaters, and we both cried together.
Aww.
Yeah. It's not often that I go to the movies with my little sister. And to have a moment like that with her is very rare, so it was really nice to have that. But in terms of like other animated movies I've already seen that I really like, so I guess my top three animated films. Wolf Walkers for one.
Oh, Wolf Walkers! I love that one. The style is so amazing.
No, honestly, like there's one scene towards the end. I'm not gonna say it, but I think you might know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Where I almost cry about how beautiful the animation is. It's ridiculous that this is done by hand. It is definitely like my number one favorite animated movie right now. I hate the fact that you can only watch it on Apple Plus. That's the one thing I hate about it, is that it's not more available to people.
Yeah, that is one of the things that I don't like, that it got all splintered up, is because of situations like this. And while I personally can get it, I can imagine why people would venture upon the high seas in order to get it. Wink,
I
wink,
recommend
nudge,
anybody
nudge.
to watch it, whether you're a furry or not.
Yeah, it's labor of love. The same thing with Klaus, because it's Christmas. That is,
I love Klaus.
Klaus, the animation, it's so incredibly wonderfully done.
100%.
But yeah, Wolf Walkers, the way I really love it when an animation comes out that dares to break the mold. This is also one of the reasons why I was so incredibly pleased by that one little animation studio under the banner of Sony that started with Puss in Boots 2, Spider-Man, and basically just they heralded an entire revolution in terms of 3D, because not everything needs to be Pixar. And while Pixar definitely has its own fair share of absolute respect, because thanks to them we have these days. They are stuck in their own design, while this studio dared to do something different. And even the movies that they made, the Mitchells versus the Machines, Spider-Man, Puss in Boots, even though they're having the same techniques, they all look different. They're not interchangeable.
Definitely, like those three movies that you just listed off: Puss in Boots, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and Mitchells versus the Machines. Those three movies are high up on my favorites list. For storytelling, for animation, for the techniques of it all, like even the musical score too. Like, they are 10 out of 10 bangers, and it's amazing. And it seems like unfortunately with the animation industry, we are getting into a bit of a lull, if not a downturn. Especially with the current state, with where there's the animation, what was it, the animators strike? Yeah,
the animation strike, yes.
Yeah, and that's really hurting some people. Like my friend Fnook, he's a gray muzzle who lives out in Canada. He has worked on some amazing animation, like animated movies. He worked on The Iron Giant. He worked on the Tigger movie. He worked on Osmosis Jones. He has had his place on some amazing work, but unfortunately, Canada and their animation industry kind of relies on America's animation industry. And so Canada is really struggling for animation work right now.
Your friend
So
who worked on
yeah.
the Iron Giant. That is one of my favorite animations of all time. I used to
Same.
have a DVD that showed the screener that they showed to the first screener that was from the movie that was not finished, and I lost the CD.
Oh no.
And up to this day, I beat myself over the head for losing that, because that's material you're never, ever, ever going to find anymore. Because you know the half-finished animation, which is like a gold mine for animation, to learning to animate. I lost it.
Aw.
And I am tearing up now saying that I lost it, because that was one of the biggest treasures. And I worked for Disney for years. I have things in my house that people would do unspeakable things to in order to possess. And I am breaking up over that bloody CD.
Aw.
Also, Adi asked, Mavi, are you alright? Mavi is doing lovely, but she is not with us at this moment, I believe. But Mavi is doing fine. Also, Score Chaser, Wolf Children, absolutely. So we're starting to babble about.
Oh my God.
Huh?
I love the movie Wolf Children
Yeah.
so much. That one's not an easy one to find either, too. You can't find that movie on like any streaming services, like maybe Crunchyroll. But like again, I'm lucky. I'm I'm lucky enough that a friend of mine was able to provide me a little underground source. We'll say that. But no, Wolf Children is such a gorgeous movie too. I love that studio and what they do.
And also, if it turns out that everything that we are planning, that we might see each other next year, I will bring some Dutch animation with me.
Oh,
which
yes.
one DVD from a friend of mine, and this is one of the things that he worked on, and he is up to this day very proud. And this DVD is considered Dutch heritage. It is the animation, als je begrijpt wat ik bedoel. Don't try to pronounce it, you'll choke. But it is about Mr. Bommel, a bear who is a famous Dutch icon. And up to the point that even custom words that were in the comic of Maarten Toonder, the writer, words and phrases made it to the Dutch lexicon. It truly is a natural treasure. Generally, it is the story of a rich, privileged brown bear living in a castle. He has his heart absolutely on the right place, but he is not in sync with society around him. But for some reason, it always ends up well. He's not malicious, not at all. He has a very kind heart. And one day he finds an egg, a giant egg, and well, he wants to take care of it. And turns out it's a dragon's egg. And whenever the dragon gets angry, the dragon gets bigger and bigger and becomes his adult form, and shenanigans happen. It is truly a wonderful piece of animation. It is a labor of love. And yeah, Evolver says Zwelgje. Yes, that's the name of the dragon, Zwelgje. And once again, don't try to pronounce it. I don't want to explain to Hunt the Hound why his beloved choked during my stream. But I can bring that along. The funny thing is that every time when I go to the US, I try to bring something of Dutch culture either for good or for bad, because I know some really, really obscure animation that is hilarious. For example, a couple of years ago, and I think that some of the Dutch people in the chat might go wild because they don't know of the existence of the collector's DVD of Purno the Purno. I found it, and I bought it, and I gave it to a friend. And you, of course, will wonder who is Purno the Purno? I see all caps. Wait, that exists? I told you, the chat goes wild. The thing is, how to explain? Purno the Purno is an animation series made on an Amiga 500. And I am convinced that the animators, while writing the script and animating it, were high on every known substance known to man.
Oh, God.
I recently rewatched a couple of the episodes. I watched this when I was still a young Meerkat. And I now found the references.
Oh, boy.
And when I say that this is the same feeling when you rewatch a couple of the old James Bond movies, where you realize that Agent XXX was a reference, and all the names are complete references. Now take that situation and dial it up to 20. That's Purno the Purno.
Oh, no. I'm wondring if... Okay, so there's a YouTuber by the name of Saberspark.
I should send him that. I think Saber will love it.
Because if he hasn't done a video on it already, then...
No, he hasn't.
By your description, it sounds like he should.
Yeah. I should provide Dutch subtitles for it. I'll perhaps if someone clips this, yeah, we're going to send Saberspark Purno the Purno. I'll buy the DVD set. I'll send it to him. That guy is an absolute gem. I think he deserves that set.
There are some people that I know that actually, for some reason, like, never mind. But no, definitely, like I think that'd be freaking amazing if you could do that.
But besides Purno the Purno, I also introduced a couple of people to Vet Heart. The English title is Too Fat, Too Furious, which is a very interesting Dutch movie, but also the Flodder series, which is... How can we describe this? Oh, Lucas enters the chat. A very good evening. Talking about Purno the Purno, are we? Yes. Yes. And Flodder is 10 out of 10. Flodder is... it starts out with a relocation program where there is this psychologist saying that people are the product of their environment and that they can be changed by placing them into a different environment. So they take a family from, well, the most whitest of trash and bring it, basically, if it would be from America, it would basically be the hillbillies, something like that.
Oh no, not the hillbilly.
and then the Dutch version, so without any of this. Well, let's say that American humor tends to be a little bit subtle at times, where Dutch humor is more direct.
Y'all's humor is worse than ours?
Oh yes. Oh yes. And without censorship. Waldrot is completely right. It was the 80s. The 80s on Dutch television was wild. It was literally take no prisoners. The things that we had on television, especially for kids, it was insane. Tratron clipped it. Good.
Oh, great.
Yeah, let's not do it on stream. Watching the trailer of Flodder says enough, and I am not sure if Twitch will allow that. Oh, Tratron. Oh, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. This is one little thing. It goes a little bit political, but this is really fun. We have a Dutch magazine called Donald Duck, which is basically the Disney magazine from all the comics from Ducktown. Donald Duck, Dagobert Duck,
DuckTales.
DuckTales, yeah, basically DuckTales, before DuckTales was DuckTales. And
Nice.
the thing is, also, a very famous Dutch furry is a regular artist there, Henrike Goorhuis. Do check out her work, she is amazing. She's also a huge fan of Olivier Bommel. Oh, getting on a rant here. However, for that magazine, recently they had a contest where a whole bunch of bunch of children were asked to basically create their own characters. Now, the fun part was that at one point, the characters got chosen, and it turns out that the characters were two characters. Well, it was a family, basically, and the family were obviously immigrants, and there were brown ducks, and people on Twitter, because of course, went absolutely insane because of that. And the funny part was, first of all, they said, earlier in the 80s, things were so much better and this and this. Well, two things. First of all,
great.
we have brown ducks. They're canon. They exist. Go look outside. Second of all,
yeah, go touch grass.
While you're touching grass, I now have on the screen Alfred Judokus Kwak. One of the best cartoons from the 80s, starring a duck. And one of Alfred's friends was a brown duck. And if you can see on the screen right now, that brown duck is obviously representative of a certain group of people. And trust me, when it comes down to political, this cartoon went places. I completely agree with Tratron there. Because you think that some of the current cartoons are, let's say, very political or woke. Alfred Judokus Kwak took no prisoners. They went dark. And I'm not going into the details because this is going so far that we might actually end up with a banned channel. It's
You might get in trouble.
It was hilarious because what Voltrot says, the Kraaienpartij, a crow that runs a political party with a crow's talon as a logo in a white circle with a red flag named Dolph.
Oh no.
Yeah. And those people that grew up with that are complaining about a brown duck. I just find it so incredibly funny because in what reality did you live? Because the 80s cartoons on the Dutch television, they did not hold back. I mean, we also got Animal Forest, Beest Bos is Boos. That was about a bunch. Oh, hey, Rocky Icy Meerkat, hello! You see a cute meerkat talking about terrible things. It's, oh my gosh. Beest Bos is Boos. The Animals of Fortwood Forest. This is about a group of animals that had to escape a part of forest that is being demolished. Are you familiar with Over the Hedge?
Of course.
Okay, now remove the director for Over the Hedge and replace it by Stephen King. You get Animals of Fartwood Forest. It's over the hedge, without humor, with reality sense dialed up to 11, with drama, with depth, with everything in it. and they show it. They go there. And yeah, so when people say from, oh my gosh, modern cartoons are so political, etc., etc., it's like, where did you go when you were young?
Where were you when this was here?
Yeah. Oh, Tractoron says, Animal Farting Forest is Over the Hedge, directed by Adam Sandler.
Oh my god, I would not be surprised. Speaking of Adam Sandler.
Oh gosh.
Can we talk about how ridiculous 8 Crazy Nights is?
Wow, yeah.
Or do we not talk about 8 Crazy Nights? Do we not talk about it?
It's been a while since I've seen it. I believe the last time that I actually saw it, it was after a Nostalgia Critic made a cartoon, made an episode about it. It was crazy. Yes, absolutely.
Like.
Also, Ryan the Murray Furry, sorry to hear that your TikTok got a ban. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about that. But I wish you well, and I hope it gets repealed. But yeah, it was actually thanks to... I grew up with the Nostalgia Critic. And thanks to him, I actually got a DVD of Titanic too.
Nice.
The one with the floating dolphins.
It's a sequel.
Yeah.
Wait, what's it about?
At one point you see the dolphins splashing up and talking to the captain of Titanic 2, and you see them right next to the railing. Now, do know that the Titanic is a very big ship, so technically they were floating in the air. And
what the?
Yeah. But also, this kind of reminds me that at one point, without my knowledge, people started a drinking game around me.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm a bit... Well, I worked for Disney. I did a lot of animation in my time. Well, basically the commercials, the TV commercials and everything. I worked on that. But I am a relatively big Disney fan. Don't call me a Disney adult. I've seen the Meat Canyon cartoon about Disney adults recently. It was surprisingly mild, because I think that Disney adults are way worse in real life than what Meat Canyon portrays them as. But it's they know that I get annoyed with bad animation. I mean, fun bad animation like Hoodwink, that's fun to watch, because the script is there and you just know that it was a cartoon that they're trying to do things with, but it just didn't work out. But some cartoons are just bad and everybody just phones it in, and nothing is redeemable. So they put me in front of the television. And they said, take a shot every time that Thabo gets frustrated or annoyed. And I had no idea what was going on. And it was during a period of my life that I didn't really keep track of animation. And then I saw the opening screen of Alpha and Omega, and how bad can it be?
Oh,
People got drunk after 50...
Alpha and Omega when I was a kid.
Yeah, Alpha and Omega, oh gosh.
I kind of liked that one though. I was a bit of a fan of that movie. But the sequels...
You were young. You didn't know better. Please.
Listen.
No.
But listen. The sequels were garbage. The sequels to Alpha and Omega are garbage. But at least the very first movie doesn't look that bad.
I respectfully disagree.
I mean, it like...
I'm sorry, you're not going
It's a good bad. It's a good kind of bad. But all the sequels are just bad.
Oh yeah, the sequels became painful to watch.
Oh my god, yeah. 100%.
Also, Animals with a Z. where they featured a meerkat that I found an abomination, an affront of all meerkats. And the thing is that there was another meerkat friend of mine, and we got in a huge fight because he loved the movie because it was a meerkat. And I always got myself, I got a little bit of a grudge against things from so-called furry bait. I don't like something just to happen because it happens to have a lovely vixen in it. I'm like, if you have a lovely vixen in it, animate it properly, you know? At least have some boob physics, things like that. Do it proper.
Yeah.
And you have it so often where there is so much obvious furry bait, and you see people just from, if there wasn't a vixen in it, you wouldn't love it.
There's not enough fox boobs.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh god,
But yes,
I blame Hund for some of my jokes. I blame him and his influence. That's a joke that he would say. I've been spending too much time with him. I love you, babe.
Speaking of which, Hunt the Hound, hello here. You know what?
You want to get him in on stream? Oh wait, no, that's right. He's working. He's probably not gonna be able to, unless until he gets home.
But I did make him moderator on my YouTube chat.
Oh, fun.
I realized that I'm talking so much I have not drawn anything proper just yet. I'm sorry,
boy.
chat, for doing that. I mean, when you start about animation with me, I just keep on going and going and going. I mean,
I feel that.
Adi asks if if I am already sending out Christmas cards. My Christmas cards will be sent out at the end of the week, Adi. If somebody can type that in chat as well for him. But Adi is on the list. Every year I am sending Adi a Christmas card as well.
Nice.
I insist.
I'm actually doing Christmas cards for the first time this year too.
Oh, lovely. I do have your address, do I?
My cards though are really only getting sent to my close friends. Because right now, Hund is being an awesome boyfriend, and he is printing and mailing them out for me, just because I don't have a available printer here at home. So he's kind of doing the job for me this year.
And I can fully understand, because at one point I was sending Christmas cards to all of my friends as well. I kind of stopped when I realized I was sending out 250 postcards.
Oh.
And that became double digits in terms of percentage of my monthly income. And the first digit was not 1. And I looked back and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a whole bunch digitally as well. And this is no disrespect to any of my friends, but I am not poor. But I am not rich either. And indeed, Tretron says that qualifies you for some discounts. Yeah, I did get some discounts. Now, even with discounts, let's say that the final bill was very painful.
I feel that. My uncle asked me to make an artwork for my family for Christmas. Of like all the dogs that we've had in the past years. and he asked me to print them for Christmas for everybody, and I had to do. I was originally gonna do 5 prints, but I ended up doing 4 because the price was a little bit too high for me in my current situation. It would have been like, it would have been 1 for. So, brain work, please. God damn it. 1 for my parents, 1 for my sister, 1 for my brother, and 1 for my uncle and his fiance, as well as just 1 for myself because I am proud of the artwork. But I had to cut back to the 4 just because I would have been paying like $65 US for 5 prints.
Oh wow, that is indeed hecky expensive.
Yeah, so I dumped it down to 4 prints for like $50, which is still expensive, but it's not as expensive.
Yeah, and for those extra special to you, you can do that.
Yeah, I can get my own personal print of the artwork later on.
Lighty38 says, "Hi Thabo, how are you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well, matey." Oh yes, I am together with Genie Beat, and we're talking about animation and Christmas cards. Which is, by the way, which reminds me, if you combine the two, at one point we were busy on a commercial for a certain mouse, and the funny part was that on the DVD they had unrendered footage. Now for me it was really fun to see the unrendered footage without shading and everything, but my boss was really just looking at it and said from, why does this look this low resolution and everything? He had absolutely no idea he was looking at a preview. That was quite fun. But we also had some weird things that at one point there was a lion. I mean there was this movie. It was quite long. It was I cannot say the title and that I worked for that mouse, but it was about a lion, a witch, and a wardrobe. And he hated that movie. He absolutely hated that movie to bits.
Really?
And
wait! You were working on that one?
On the commercials, not the movie itself.
On the commercials.
So I had to make a 9-minute version of that movie that he could watch, so he could actually give the material for the final commercials in the Netherlands. And somewhere halfway through the DVD, I'm not sure what happened, but for some reason his car accidentally drove over it 9 times.
What the?
Yeah, it was very weird.
Dang.
Also, Stardust, what a surprise! It says I have a 6-month subscription on you. Oh wow. Congrats. Thank you, auto renew. Guzma says it's an auto renew. You have to cancel them yourself. Don't tell him that. I'm trying to make a buck here.
Help the meerkat with some.
Help the poor meerkat out. I mean,
help the meerkat be a money cat.
Yes. I'm just a poor gar.
So, do you follow Saberspark at all?
Yeah, so now and then.
So, there's a video. He recently put out a short a day or two ago about a certain Walmart commercial. Where apparently they made a commercial basically retelling the story of the Grinch. Literally the same animation as the original movie.
The one from Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
The original. Alright.
Yeah, the original the Grinch animation. yeah, so Walmart made this commercial of this, this animated commercial retelling the Grinch, but instead it is like Walmart packages instead of presents that he is stealing. And
of course, legally, I must condone theft.
Of course,
but it's
100%.
Walmart.
Yeah, and basically the Grinch is being this porch pirate. Also,
thanks for the bits, Guzma. Much appreciated. And of course, I know that you're trying to do the good thing for Stardust, and do note it was all in jest. I don't want to be a big company and just try to drain people for their last bucks. That's what Walmart is doing. But carry on.
Yeah, so the Grinch is the Grinch is acting like this porch pirate, stealing everybody's Walmart packages. And then it goes through the whole story of the Grinch, where they don't need their Walmart packages because they have love. And so the Grinch gives them all their Walmart packages back. It's so weird and could also be considered insulting to the original story.
I'm not sure if Dr. Seuss is still alive. I don't think so. But in fact, I now that I think of it, after what Illumination has done to his work, I'm pretty sure that he's dead by now.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think he's passed.
Yeah, because what they have done to the Lorax, especially at one point, there were SUV commercials featuring the Lorax in it, which is literally, if I must say, the absolute dire state, so completely against the message of the Lorax. Having the Lorax starring in a commercial for an SUV is literally what everything that was what the Lorax was against in the original cartoon.
Yeah, what the heck?
And Tritron says, please attach a generator to Dr. Seuss. With the amount of grave turning he does, we would have solved the energy crisis by now. I am inclined to agree.
Oh my god!
Yes.
That was really funny.
Also, Stardust. Last weekend I had a reunion with my brother, who I haven't seen for maybe 8 years. We went to the musical Sister Act. Aw, that's wonderful. That's so wholesome.
Let's see, is there anything else I should add to this Christmas unicorn?
Wow. Maybe some lights.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Let me see if I think I have I'm pretty sure I have. If I don't, I'll probably go grab it. I know I have a Christmas light brush around here somewhere. Let me go and let's see.
Also, while we're at it, I also saw Score Chaser in the chat. Also a fellow mod of mine. Score, I know you're here. And if you hear me, we're here for you, man. Score is going through a little bit of a rough December. I'm not going into details. But let us know that the entire chat, the entire team, and we all are behind you. And we wish you a wonderful December. We're here for you, buddy.
Aww.
No, Score has been with me ever since the beginning. They are an absolute wonderful human being. and it was they started out as a bit of a fan from Thabo, and at one point they started to help along. They also made a couple of videos, and we always helped each other. Also, I helped them with getting the right gear. And while the first movie that they submitted to my channel in order to be there, it was not very good, but it was their very first project. And throughout the time, they had a couple of other little movies, and the highest point, the latest, that was already a while ago, which was the Proton Pack from Ghostbusters, the unboxing for it that we made together. He, of course, filmed it, and I did the post-production for it. It came out wonderfully. And if they ever make it to the Netherlands, I am definitely going to bring them to Dutch Comic Con to Ghost Score. I think that will be a wonderful, wonderful thing to behold. And if he's not here, again, I'm going to ask a couple of people to clip this. Oh, sorry. Getting a little bit emotional now. That's yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that
Everybody
little fella-
make this meerkat cry.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And Rocky Icy Meerkat, boop to you too. Sorry about that.
I think this unicorn needs a cutie mark. We're going a little bit MLP here.
Oh, what kind of cutie mark? I think that Stardust will love that. Hey Stardust, if you're still listening, what kind of cutie mark should the unicorn have? You know, go for Chris's ball. It's kind of like what, but yeah, no. Let's see if they respond.
Hell yeah. I'll zoom out so we can see it proper. Where is my water bottle? One sec.
Yep.
Alright, did we get any ideas?
Oh, what's the name of that little thingy that the mistletoe? Yeah, a mistletoe.
Ooh.
Let's go for the
That's a good
mistletoe.
idea.
Oh, but then you have to kiss the butt if you see that.
Kiss my head.
Okay, let's go for the mistletoe. Yeah.
No, I'm so sorry for my vulgar language.
No worries, no worries. Hey, Soldier24, meep to you as well. And of course, Stardust, I know it's not meant that is that kind of a joke, but both Genie and I cannot help ourselves. Oh yeah, if you have to blame someone, blame us.
All right, I'm very happy with how she looks.
Yeah, I love the line work and the shading. And
Thank you.
Here I am with my owl beast that is just staring there from, did you only draw me like this?
Let's see, what was another one of those suggestions in the server? I'm seeing a lot of suggestions for Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah.
I can give that a shot.
I think that you should. You are on a Meerkat's channel after all.
You're right, you're right.
You know what? Let's see.
Try to draw them from memory as best I can.
Let's give some incentive.
Very similar to the last drawing that I did the last time I was on your stream. At least in terms of posing.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops, whoops.
There. If you are drawing them together, I just donated $25 to your campaign.
Aw, thank you, Thabo.
Look at that! Thabo Meerkat, $25. It is appearing on the top bar of the screen. There you go.
You are the best.
I mean, Stardust was subscribed for 6 months. I need to do something with it. Hey, so now Stardust can feel empowered because thanks to Stardust this happens. Also, Slushy Wolf says, hi there, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. How are you doing today? Doing absolutely lovely. Drawing together with Genie Beats. Genie Beats. Also, Genie, show the unicorn to our good friend Slushy. If you would.
Let's see.
Also,
There we
Tritron
go.
says, gonna check out tonight's early bedtime. It's been a stressful time. Oh, yes. Be well, my good friend, and stay awesome. And let's put you in the main for the moment. Here you go. You can see the awesome, awesome unicorn.
Thank you. Do you want me to tell people about the campaign at all?
Yeah, by all means. So I can actually do a serious attempt in finishing this bird boy.
So, first off, the fundraiser is called Thankmas. It's run and hosted by the YouTuber named Jacksepticeye. He's an Irish-based YouTube gamer, and every year he hosts his fundraiser Thankmas. to raise charity to raise money for different charities every year. One year he raised money for Australia when they were dealing with the fires. And then another year he was raising money for food banks and donations, things like that. And this year he is raising money for mental health. Specifically, money is going to be going towards the United States organization called Crisis Text Line, and as well as Samaritans over in the UK. According to statistics, around 700,000 people unalive themselves every year, and it's especially difficult around this time of year for a lot of people. And we wanted to try raising, and he wanted to try raising money to help lower that number. And so he did a live stage performance live stream in Los Angeles about a week or two ago. And he encourages other streamers to take part in helping to raise money. And that's what I've been doing. So far, we've raised now $275.
No. $281.50.
Oh, yay. So like my goal was to raise $500, at least for myself towards the fundraiser, but they have raised, God, how much have they raised now so far? Last I checked, they raised about like $3.5 million, which is insane. Pulling up their website now, they have raised, $3.461 million. The more people that we get on the phones, the more people that get helped, and less people who struggle this time of year. And that was the goal, is to help train more people to be behind the phones for Crisis Text Line and Samaritans. And I know for certain, I've struggled with mental health a lot, definitely a lot this year for sure. And I've been grateful. I've been blessed to have the support group that I have, but I know there are people who do not have, the support group that I was grateful to have. So I want to try to help make things easier for people who are struggling with mental health. And for an incentive, if you would like, I'll show it here. As an incentive to those who do want to help donate towards this cause, I am doing where's that? It's in here somewhere. Where is it? Dang it. I am doing a signed print artwork. If I can find it real quick. Nope, that's not the one I want. Sorry, I'm fumbling. There it is. So if you donate $50, I will print and hand sign this 11x17 poster and mail it to you. I can't guarantee it's gonna be in time for Christmas. I'm gonna try my very best, but this is my little incentive to you if you donate $50 towards the cause. Let me see if I can get my original link in there, so that way I know who is donating, I guess, on my behalf, I guess is the right way to put it.
Also,
but,
quick one in the beyond. Stardust, quite some subscriptions were given to this channel by wonderful beings such as Evolver TV. So it could very well be that you've been riding the wave of free subscriptions, because they are always being handed out to those who are online at this moment. And you are quite a regular. So yeah, maybe that solves that mystery. But carry on, Ginny.
Yeah, no problem. I'm going to post the link to my Tiltify page in just a second. So if you would like to go and donate, you can go to this link.
That link, if you type in !Thankmas, you see the link. And yes, indeed, type that chat. If you type it in the YouTube channel, then we got everything covered.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I hope you guys will consider to donate a little bit. Even if you can't donate the full 50, just $1, a couple dollars is more than enough. It's obviously super appreciated that you put whatever you possibly can, because this is a really big cause. And I've been watching Jacksepticeye and his fundraiser every year and watching what they do. I know I've donated some money every year. I donated some of my own money this year as well. And I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to actually take part this time in spreading the good word of trying to raise money for Thankmas. And I wanted to try tapping into the supreme power of the furry fandom, because I know for a fact that we can do amazing things when we donate.
Indeed. And speaking of the amazing power of the Dutch furry fandom, I mean the furry fandom itself, not just the Dutch furry fandom, of course. Well, we did play this little game, this little guessing game. Last session, and you already kind of know the numbers, but for those who doesn't know, we raised almost 1.9 million US dollars this year. Also, Slushyvolf asked, does the unicorn have a name?
Ooh, I don't think we ever did give her a name.
What shall we call them? Chat, give us a suggestion. What shall we call the unicorn? What do you think of my owl beast, by the way?
Oh, it's cool. I love that.
It's a little bit of a mix between Dungeons and Dragons, Owl Beast, and the Goetia from Hell of a Boss.
Yeah, I can see that. By the way, what were your thoughts on the most recent episode?
The one with the trial?
Yeah.
Stella is so...
Curse her out.
Oh, no words. I'm not going to give any spoilers. Ooh, Slushy says, how about Carol? Like Christmas Carol.
Okay.
Oh, I like that. Soldier24 asks, how was your weekend, Thabo? Jeannie, did I tell you what I was doing this weekend?
I don't think you have.
I was raising money for the Belgium charity De Warmste Week. Basically the warmest week. And we were... the warmest week is a giant fundraiser for all sorts of charities. And they were all related to loneliness.
Mm-hmm.
And let me show you the photo. Here you go. I'll put it in the main for the moment. Oh. This is the group that we were raising money with. And it was in the beautiful Belgium city of Hasselt. And it was absolutely wonderful to see how generous the people were there. And a lot of people still paid with cash. In the Netherlands it's mostly card, but in Belgium this is vastly different. And well, let's say the numbers are not out there yet, but my little collect tin, or how you call it, was very heavy at the end of the day.
That's so awesome. You look so cute in your fursuit.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody's all a bunch of cuties. Ah.
And this weekend, we will be joining Serious Request, which is a sort of similar combined fundraiser by the Dutch radio station 3FM. Our radio stations are a lot simpler in terms of names than the US stations, because the US stations, it is really like, welcome to WDS DD444 WDF.47 F7 South FM. It's like, what?
Welcome to Q102, Philly's greatest music hits.
Yes. And meanwhile in the Netherlands it's welcome to 3FM. It's like, okay. Ooh. And Stardust suggests as a last name Pines. So Carol Pines.
Ooh. How about Carol Noel?
Carol Noel has a nice ring to it. Yeah. Carol kind of sounds like the Dutch name Karel.
Ah. Or talking about Carl.
Carl.
I didn't expect to hear such a close American accent out of you.
Oh,
that sounds so American.
I may have a nugget of Dutch history, because there were plenty of Dutch colonies in your area of the US. That's why a lot of Dutch names and cities are having their counterpart. Now, I lived in a town, and if I say to the average American that I lived in that town, they won't believe me. Because they see this, average, just run-of-the-mill guy who says, yeah, I lived in Haarlem. There's no way. You can't survive there. You did not come from Haarlem. Yes, I did. I lived in Haarlem for a year. And
Harlem, New York.
Well, New York used to be New Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
And
why'd they change it? I can't say. I guess they just liked it better that way. Do you know that song?
I know that song, yes. And well, America is the horse from Sinterklaas. Oh, Slushy, thank you for picking the name I gave for your unicorn. I was just thinking about Christmas stuff and it just came to me. Hey, so those names are the best. Weird fact, there is a place in the Netherlands called Amerika, if I'm not wrong. Yes! Amerika is indeed a place in the Netherlands, and Stardust says Americo is actually the name of the horse from Sinterklaas. And I stand corrected, but then again, I wouldn't even dream of beating Stardust when it comes down to knowledge related to horses. Because Stardust is obviously better in that than I will ever be. But yeah, it's for example, we have the city called Brooklyn. Now at one point we have a street around one of the dikes of old New York, which is the Waalstraat, Wall Street.
Okay.
And next, near to Motor City Vircon, I actually run into Holland Boulevard or Holland Drive. So there are plenty of Dutch references, but at one point there were a lot of Dutch people living in Dutch communities and such like that. And most of them were either called Kees or Jan. So at one point they got the shortened to Jan Kees, which eventually became Yankees. Jan Kees. Yankees. There you go.
I think I've heard of like a religious group that's like that's Dutch that operates in Pennsylvania somewhere.
We had our fair share of crazy loony religious zealots. Yes, carry on.
Well, because so for my personal religion, I consider myself to be more of like a nature-based religion. Apparently there's like some. I think it's like a Dutch pagan like group that operates in like somewhere in PA. I haven't encountered them, but I've just heard word about them through like going to festivals and talking to vendors and things of that nature.
All right.
It was just a weird fact, I guess.
This was literally, this is nothing negatively meant, but I was like, okay, I did not expect that one.
Trust me, I didn't either. Alright, so I got Timon, I guess, sort of sketched out. I think I got a good.
Yeah, because Timon is one of the few meerkats that actually has the ears behind him instead of on the side.
Yeah, that's one thing I've always recognized about him. It almost kind of looks like he has a baseball cap on backwards.
Yeah, pretty much. I remember back in the days in the Lion King fandom that there was this huge faction from meerkats with natural ears and meerkats with Timon ears. Because, as long as the internet exists, there were flame wars.
My parents will still reference to the Meerkat song from Lion King 1.5.
Digatana?
Yeah.
Quick before the hyenas come.
Clear!
Oh, Voltrot suggests Castlefest in the Netherlands would be something for you there. It's a paganistic festival. Voltrot and I often go to Castlefest, and the atmosphere, I think you'll eat it up. It is absolutely wonderful.
I would love to do that, honestly. I want to go to the UK or like different countries and experience their sort of like pagan festivals. Like I want to go and see the Krampus Knot festival. I want to go and see the whole like Samhain festival. There's also there's something that's gonna happen at Stonehenge on I think it's on the morning after the longest night of winter solstice. The sunrise is apparently like supposed to line up super perfectly with Stonehenge the morning after the winter solstice, and I would love to go and see that. There's so many like of those kinds of festivals that I want to go and see. So thank you for the recommendation. I'll definitely have to put that on the list.
If you ever go to the Netherlands or in Europe in general, I do recommend. I'd be happily showing you the sites. Same thing as what I've done to Lab Rats a couple of weeks back. Actually, a couple of months already. Time goes so fast. But one thing that I absolutely do recommend is that is against one thing that a lot of Americans do, because I know that the amount of holidays that you're getting is extremely limited. However, it is impossible to, at one point, what I saw for planning from, you know what, on Monday we're going to drop by at England, and on Tuesday we'll do the Netherlands, and on Wednesday we do Germany. Don't do that. Pick one or two countries for a week and do that. But don't go, or else you'll just spend more time traveling than actually sniffing culture.
My brain struggles with the idea of like hopping countries in just a week.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
I think it's just a fact of like, oh, like I'm here in the U.S. and yeah, like I can drive for about a day's worth on the road to go and see Hund. But like, I don't know, like you make it sound like I could hop countries in like an afternoon.
Yes. Oh, trust me on this one. Also, Slushy says, by the way, I think I gave you the wrong date for Vancouver 2025. The real dates are March the 6th to the 9th. I hope you can drop by in 2025. It's pirate themed. Oh, pirate themed.
Ooh, I love pirates.
I can't promise for March. That is very soon. And I am currently... let's say that the first quarter of next year is already quite full. I will try, but I think it will be 2026 then. But I'm gonna try that. But for you, how long do you think it takes me to drive from the complete west point of the Netherlands to the complete east point of the Netherlands? With an average speed of about 70 miles an hour.
God, I sucked at these questions in math class. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say probably like 2 hours.
Yeah, you're right. Because we're talking roughly the distance between The Hague and Arnhem, and that's roughly 2 hours.
I may need to look up a reference of Pumbaa. I can't remember how to draw him. I'm not good with quadrupeds.
Oh, speaking of, Voltrot says, but with the average speed of Meerkat tunnels. Every time when I go to the UK, I go by tunnel. Because we got one of the greatest tunnels in the world. We got the Channel Tunnel from France to England. It runs under the North Sea and it's one of the greatest engineering feat. It is absolutely amazing. And at one point, I actually logged on World of Warcraft and did do a dungeon run while I was traveling under the ocean. That was just to cross it off my bucket list.
Wow. That's insane.
It was not a very smooth game. The lag was real, but I did it. Just to say that I was able to actually go on World of Warcraft and play while I was zooming under the ocean or under the North Sea.
Were there any other RPG games that you played growing up?
Well, I did do a lot of tabletops. I love myself some Shadowrun or Dungeons and Dragons.
Whoa, okay.
And but in terms of RPG games, I myself
like RuneScape or MapleStory, if they were like available to you.
Oh, well, in the Netherlands we had RuneScape, yes, and we had Habbo Hotel.
Okay.
That is a typical Dutch thing, but then again, if I start about hives, you have no idea what I'm talking about, and the average Dutch person is like, "Oh my god, you were on hives! Yes!"
So I bring it up because one of my favorite RPG games, it was called Puzzle Pirates.
All right, I heard of that.
It was super fun. basically you were going on these like voyages with a crew, and you had these jobs to do. You were either like, you were either trying to clear out water from filling up at the bottom of the ship. Sorry. Or you were if you were clearing out water, I think, what was it called? Was it called? What was the word of the job? No, I think it started with a B. But you were doing like a version of like Bejeweled almost, and for that job, or you were I think it was if your ship was in a battle, you would enter into like a sword fight, and it would be another form of like Bejeweled, matching squares up in a board kind of a game. But you would, or no, it was like Tetris actually. So yeah, if you got into a sword fight with somebody, you were playing a version of Tetris, but you had to like clear rows of the same color in order to do an attack on your opponent, and you had to like fill up your opponent's board to where they couldn't make any more moves before they got it to you. It was just such a super fun game. I would love to try to go and venture back into Puzzle Pirates if I could.
Oh, you got good old games where you can download a lot of older games that are being sold in such a way that you can run it on modern systems.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll check it out for you, because they also got Tim, the Incredible Machine there, which I think is a puzzle game you would like. Also, Slushy says, did you base your character persona after Timon from The Lion King? Because he looks a little bit like him. It's cute. It started out as an almost a Timon clone. And I slowly designed it with friends to become what I am now. So yes, my roots are with The Lion King.
Not surprised.
Yeah, it's The Lion King was my generation's Robin Hood. Every generation has what I refer to as a furry incubator movie. We had hordes of furries joining the fandom because of Zootopia, because of My Little Pony, because of The Lion King, because of Robin Hood. There's always a certain furry incubator, and I think in your case it might have been Alpha and Omega.
It may have been, honestly. Mm-hmm. It may have been Alpha and Omega.
Yes, those puns, you will never be able to live that one down when I am around.
Great.
Yeah. However, also another thing is that it's almost 10 o'clock. Time flies when you're having a lot of fun, because I really enjoy this stream with you.
Yeah,
and
me
you're
too.
Definitely welcome another time back as well. But I'm going to ask the chat a question that I always do afterwards. And this is for the fellows on Twitch. Who shall we raid?
Ooh.
Well, we have the Gentle Jester. That's one thing. But I'm up for suggestions. One of the things that I always do ask... Oh, and Slushy remembers the Fox and the Hound. I actually got a giant Fox and the Hound stand in my bedroom. It's
nice.
Yeah, because of my job, I got a whole bunch of those big cardboard stands from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My house often has been compared to a dusty Cheshire, a Dusty
Museum.
Treasure Cave. Yeah, that's it. Flitterkiz. Okay, Flitterkiz. That sounds like a new one. Let's see. Oh, Flitter Kriz. Of course, I completely misspelled that. It's a yellow Pegasus with a... Oh, okay, Pegasus. Well, since you drew a cute little unicorn, I think that works.
Yeah.
In that case, I'd say everybody, thank you very much. Also, Slushy on the other side, thank you very much for joining us. And oh, Slushy's room is filled with Lilo and Stitch stuff. Yeah, good choice. Oh, a Volve of culture. That's lovely. Thank you very much for all attending. For those who are staying, we're going to rate a Flitterkriz, who is a lovely pony. Have a good one, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Rating in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Blast off!